Ah, circuit bending. The art of somehow making annoying children's toys, well, even more annoying. Doesn't that sound nice? Circuit bending is the practice of altering circuits, often in children's audio toys. This is done by replacing or adding components such as resistors, capacitors, switches, and potentiometers to modify how the circuit functions. This can lead to very interesting audio results. I've been really fascinated with the idea of circuit bending for a number of years now, really ever since I found out about the idea, and it's really what started my love of electronics. In this video, I will provide an overview of and demonstrate the modifications that I performed on one of my favorite children's toys, the glorious cat piano. The first modification that I made to the cat keyboard was adding a dedicated audio output. This is one of the most basic and essential circuit bending practices. This is done by replacing the built-in speaker of whatever toy or electronic device you are modifying with an audio out jack. In this case, I used a 3.5mm stereo audio jack. This is an essential modification because the speakers in these devices never do the audio justice. The dedicated audio out allows you to access all the audio goodness they have to offer. I also added a variable voltage divider in series with the audio jack. This functions as a simple volume control. The second modification I made to the cat piano was making the built-in mic removable. Yes, the cat keyboard came with a built-in mic. That was one of the things that excited me about it in the first place. To make the mic removable, I simply cut out the mic and connected it to a standard 1/4-inch instrument cable. I then connected a 1/4-inch mono female jack to the wires that the mic was previously connected to. This allows me to use a different mic with the cat piano or to send the original mic through external effects before going into the cat piano. I also added an on-off switch to the mic input so that I can cut the signal from the mic altogether if I want. The third and most interesting modification I made was to pitch the whole keyboard down. The keyboard was tuned to sit nicely in the treble range, but I absolutely love bass and I wanted to see if I could get some fun bass sounds out of the toy. The cat piano uses a 16 MHz crystal oscillator as its main clock source. All the functions of the keyboard, including how fast the audio samples for each note are played back at, are timed around how fast this crystal oscillator vibrates. This means that if I could somehow replace this 16 MHz crystal oscillator with an 8 MHz crystal oscillator, the pitch of the entire keyboard would drop by an octave. I didn't have any crystal oscillators lying around, but what I did have was an Arduino. I programmed the Arduino to output an 8 MHz clock source and a 4 MHz clock source that I am able to toggle between with the red button. This puts the original tuning of the toy an octave below the original tuning, and it allows me to toggle an octave below that. This makes for some really fun bass sounds. That meow never sounded so good. And those drums sound super crunchy. Let's see how the keyboard sounds with these modifications. In the following demo, I used a looper pedal to stack all the different parts together. Let me know what you think.